Hi guys, this is Starcraft once again. We're back with SCVN Tournament 2024. This is the spring season and we're watching Series B. We're watching the winner brackets final of Series B. Second set between Proton's player Jas291 and Terran player LuiXongTien. The scores right now 1-0 in favor of the Terran player. This map is going to be Vermeer. Yeah, so, you know what, I thought that Jas is a good Protons player, but he showed some weaknesses under stress, and what, man, come on! Come on! Look at how bad the pro movement was there, you know, just trying to go and make a pylon. That was wasting so much time. Pro gamers would not make the mistakes, of course. Pro lamers would make those kind of mistakes, yeah, but anyways, yeah, so a bit of information about this tournament, because sometimes I mention it, sometimes I don't. So this tournament is happening in Vietnam right now, and we have, you know, some of the best players in, you know, I guess in the country participating. Not really the best, because those are actually playing in the Series B, you know, just shortly after Series, sorry, those are playing in the Series A. Just shortly after Series B is over, we have Series A, and only top 4 players from Series B would be able to participate in Series A. The prizes and you know the schedule, the format, everything is mentioned in the TeamLiquid report thread, TL.net thread. It's in the video description. So read the video description. You will see a link to the tournament information, and in that link you shall see that, you know, when do the players play. How much is the prize pool? You know, what are the players' names, races, ranking, etc., etc. You know, what do they look like? Are they handsome? Blah blah blah. If you're interested in those kind of things. By the way, the prize pool I believe is something like $200 for the winner, 100 for the second place, and maybe like 40 or 30 bucks for the third place player. That's what it is. Yeah, so that's it. So if you want to contribute, if you like these tournaments, if you like Vietnam, if you've been here, you like the food or whatever, and you want to contribute, please go ahead and buy me a coffee. The link on how to buy coffee is in the video description. Once you bought the coffee, you can send me a message, you know, saying, hey, I just contributed, I don't know, 50 bucks, 30 bucks, whatever, and I want you to distribute the fund like this. So either you, you know, add it to the prize pool. So we will distribute it based on the predetermined ratio. So I think winners take 50%, second place takes 25%, and the other two is gonna get the remaining amount, I think. So that's what it is. Come on, what are you doing? Attack the SCV! Alright, anyways, now he started to attack, but now the Marine's gonna come down around. Yeah, so that's what it is. If you don't want to donate to the prize, so if you just want to buy me coffee, you can also just say that, I want to buy you coffee. Or if you want to support one player in particular, let me know, and I will just transfer and execute the fund per your order. I will not take any commissions. The bank might take some commissions, because you know what, if you send 100 bucks, you do not get the full 100 bucks, right? So that's a different story. But whatever I receive, I will pass on, you know, without taking anything. So yeah, if you want to support, you know, just more Brood War tournaments around the world, that's what it is. All right, let's go back to this game. What do we have happening here? It's gonna be the Terran player who might look like he expand, but so far he's not expanding. He's just saving up his money, but he started to move out and apply a little bit of pressure. Once again, close map positioned from the two players means that Terran has the incentive to go for, you know, the early aggression here. The Vulture is out on the map trying to do some aggression. This SV is very much close to dying. Let's see how much damage the players are going to be able to inflict on each other. Looks like both the players are getting ready to do that. Expanding move hit. SV is very close to dying. Will it die? 10 HP, I think that is one shot. Yeah, that's right. So the SV has died, which is great for Protons. The Vulture's gonna come in now, but he will see that there's already a Dragoon here. Let's see how good is the micro. Need to get on the high ground. Oh my god, this freaking new Protons player. What are you doing? Just so ridiculous. At least the blockage is slightly better this time. No, it's not. No, it's not. Probe running away, and the Dragoon getting stuck. And we might have a mine. No, we don't have a mine. If we had a mine, that would be ridiculous. But yeah, finally the probe come back and mine gas. And come on, man, come on. What is this kind of strategy that the Protons player is going for? I mean, that was just one time where you actually needed to close your door and keep your probe safe. And now, how many probes you have on gas? Only 2. Is this gonna be another one-sided game? Command center going up as well as Nexus going up for the Protons player. We have the second factory coming down. And yeah, just some tanks getting produced here. Robo coming down as well for Proton, so that's nice. That's where the Robo is. And yeah, we have just one Dragoon coming out. And you know what? During this time, usually the Terran player would not send a second vulture. He's gonna be concentrating on upgrading. Okay, he's upgrading a mine now. He might be upgrading siege at some point. 2 tanks, 3 marines start to move out. Very good, meticulous army control here. And just gonna have some problem. He sees the presence of his enemies, dragoons, excuse me, tanks and marines. Gonna push a little bit back here and wait for his reinforcement. Of course, Terran just want to do a little bit of push. He's not going to do that crazy push. And finally, we have SCVs getting transferred. A little bit of a late transfer, though, I'd say, for LuiXongTien. He could have transferred a little bit better. Second gateway coming down now for the Protoss. I mean, the Robo is done, and he's making Observatory first. He's not going to be going for Reaver first, which is interesting here. Is he going to be making a shuttle? We're not seeing it just yet on the production tab here. We're going to be seeing on the Terran side an engine being created. And once again, Terran is being very aggressive. He pokes out, trying to see, okay, do you have fewer defenses than you should have? Then I would destroy you. This Dragoon is not really on the high ground. And now it's going to get wiped out. Very slow reaction. Come on. I could, play faster than you, I think. And now we have 5 Dragoons. 6 Dragoons, but these tanks are gonna just maybe push up a little bit and push back look at the formation. You need to have better formation. Now we are gonna have the attack, but mine's gonna get placed. 1 tank gets sniped. That is a good attack, man. And move. Oh my god, Dragoon, you're not attacking. What are you doing? And attack. He's gonna attack and take out 1 tank. 2 more tanks. Attack. You have a Dragoon coming here. Use other Dragoon to really take out your enemy's tank. What are you doing? He's gonna move to attack that tank. So all the tanks that died have died, which is nice. And this is a way for Protoss to come back. I guess not when you lose Dragoons needlessly like that after the battle is over. 3 tanks have been destroyed. It looks like we'll be having Vulture speed upgrade for the Terran army. Observers coming out for Protoss, and once again Protoss need to think about the next base. He needs to always constantly think about the next base. You cannot just play Protoss with 2 bases. Are we gonna see the next base? He's got 1,000 minerals in the bank. Okay, finally he comes up with double probes to try to really set up a next base. And you know what? When I play Protoss against Terran in this kind of situation, I always get ready to take a base even when I'm under attack. Like, sometimes I even take the base while the attack is happening, because I know I would not be able to make that many units when I'm focusing purely on my micro. So I just go ahead and make like a base. And you know what? If it doesn't work out, I'll cancel it later. After the battle is over, I'll cancel my base. So easy. Of course, I'm just a noob and not a strong player. So, of course, that's something that, players need to, I guess, to think about. Anyways, triple vultures start to come out, but the base already set up. We already have a Dragoon here coming out to block. Observer needs to see things. And that Dragoon gets sniped. No, it's not yet sniped. Not fully sniped. We have Dragoons and Zealot blocking everything. So very good for Jas. Supply-wise, 69 for Protoss, 56 for Terran. So things are looking good. Armory, is it upgrading? It's not upgrading just yet. I feel like Terran need to upgrade faster as well. We've seen twice in a row now the Terran players, he built the armory, but he doesn't upgrade it right away. I wonder if that is actually by design. I don't play Terran. I'm not a good Starcraft player in general, so I don't know if there's any kind of instance why you would just build an armory and then it's not upgraded, right away for Protoss versus Terran. Of course, for Zerg, you might build the army as a way to get into the, what is it, the science facility, right? Is that what you need to get into the science facility? Maybe. Anyways, probes getting transferred. Finally, at least we're having some semi-good blockade here. But we're going to be seeing a scan and vultures getting ready to intercept somewhere else. Yeah, usually during this time, Protoss can take another base as well, man. And just keep on expanding like crazy. But we're going to be seeing, at least Protoss seeing that his enemies doesn't have any expansion just yet. 5 tanks finally come out, and LuiXongTien, which is over pushing. So as a Terran player, over pushing is some of the most dangerous traps you can fall into, especially in the early stage of the game. You push too hard and you lose, like those precious tanks. Anyways, tanks are unsieging and re-sieging, and we're going to be having these tanks back up. You need to find the right angle, and Protoss need to take another base. I mean, what? Why you made your pylon here? You need to build it here, so that, because vultures can still hang out here and attack your right side of mining. So I don't really understand how these sim cities work for Terran. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna be seeing more vultures coming out to attack, which is great. Is there any Protoss player who are willing to take this 12 o'clock base? That's gonna be the questions I have in mind. And looks like Terran is getting ready to do some crazy push now. He's not gonna expand. I don't think he's gonna expand. He's just making a lot of 5 factories total. And he's getting ready to come out with just some forces. Or maybe he's gonna get ready to expand here. That might be what he's thinking for. But I would just say, as a Protoss player, you can have 4 bases against 2 Terran. It's completely fine. You will be to hold it just fine. This guy though is not. It's just having 2 bases ahead by about 20 supply. He's respecting his enemies too much, I feel. And sometimes I feel like Protoss need to go out there and take these kind of hidden bases. We're gonna be seeing more scan. Alright, will we ever see any kind of carrier play? I really like to see carriers. Carriers is great, man. Of course, this map and this spawning position, I don't think carriers is the answer here, because, you know, to get to your enemies, but you have to walk to all of these open areas. Like here, it's gonna be very difficult to fight as carriers, but usually I think some players who need to mix up and the games a little bit and go for carriers. We haven't seen a single carrier game in this entire tournament. Everyone has been going for Templar and Arbiter play. Of course, it's easier. It's a lot easier to play, that's for sure. Anyways, these watchers running around. Finally, the command center gets set up. And where is the 4th base for the Protoss player? Is he gonna just be going on what is it, 3 bases and do a huge attack or what? At least Arbiter Tribunal is almost done. And okay, looks like Protoss is finally upgrading +1 armor, and what is it? He's upgrading Goliath range, which is great. A huge amount of Zealot is going to be coming out now. The Shadow loads up for Zealot, and we shall see Protoss gonna try to do a huge push. We have seen it several times in SCVN tournament, PVT, where Terran has very good control in the mid game with 3 bases, lots of siege tanks, blah blah blah, but everything just dies. Oh my god, this probe walks right through everyone. But now he's not gonna be able to take this base, and what? Come on, man. Protoss, get your act together. You need to out-expand the Terran player. Alright, looks like Protoss is getting ready to do a hit, like big hit here. He's not making any arbiters just yet. He's maxed out temporarily. We're gonna be seeing finally Vulture coming out to snipe the probe, and once again the probe has sniped. The probe has been sniped. Cannon going up here, no cannon here, so that's okay. 3 base Protoss versus 3 base Terran. You cannot fight like this forever. Come on, you need to go from the base. You cannot go from, even if you go from maxed out Protoss against maxed out Terran, it's gonna be impossible to fight. Don't eat up the mine. Oh my god, there was so many Zealot who got eaten up by mines, and he's clearing the mines by hand, which I don't, recommend you do at home. It's very, very dangerous, very, very risky. But anyways, alright. What do we have happening here? Just a mass amount of army. This guy is playing like gateway style, but 8 gateways is not good. Finally, he's gonna go for an expansion here, and just clearing this high ground for the time being. Continues scanning from LuiXongTien. He wants to make sure, he sees the right amount of tech from his enemy, and he needs to know, what he's fighting up against. He knows that Arbiter is in play. He hasn't seen any Arbiters coming out just yet. They will be having some cannons here, and Dragoon's going to be coming out on the high ground to try to surround. I'd rather see the Protoss players surround from this left side. But no, looks like, okay, finally some Dragoons start to get here, and these Vultures will get destroyed momentarily, so that's fine. Alright, what do we have happening here in terms of supply? Looks like max out for Protoss. Not yet max out for Terran. Terran's got +1 weapons only, +1 armor. I thought that he upgraded +1 armor before, but I guess I'm just mistaken. Anyways, tanks on the high ground. Very good. Where's the Shadow? It's gonna be a crazy battle. Who's gonna be the winning? A lot of Zealot walk through, and this is once again overextension by Terran. He's expanding, which is nice, but he's gonna be losing all of his precious tanks. And Terran, don't try this at home. Why do you even go for an expansion when your enemy is got only 3.5 base? That was disastrous for LuiXongTien, and this is what you should not try. This is what you should not try. I mean, everything, years of hard work, building up that huge supplies of tanks has, completely gone to the dustbin just by the simple virtue of the fact that you had a bad engagement in the middle of the map. Anyways, Zealot driving through, probes to get transferred towards the new base, but for the time being, LuiXongTien gonna have a nice try here. This Shadow, we need to load up more stuff. Come on, move your army forward. There's just some tanks in the back. Yeah, and I guess even one Zealot can go here just to clear out the situation. But once again, Protoss not playing very, very smartly. I've seen this happen so many times. So many times. Protoss wins an engagement, and then he goes out there and he just blindly attacks into a wall. instead of trying to cut down on the you know, Terran's expansion and, you know, economic power. But anyways, yeah, that these are 3 zealots on high ground able to do some damage, which is good. Alright, so at least Dragoons need to get on the high ground. Tanks are going to be sieging on the high ground. This arbiter is not being used. Okay, looks like 2 tanks on high ground now, but just so much forces in the low ground. Probes, come on. Transfer your probes towards the new base. Are you kidding me? Okay, at least now we have 3 tanks on high ground, and the number of tanks on high ground is getting this alarmingly high here. What are you doing? The SCV is blocking. They're not gonna try to walk through. Okay, it looks like the line has been breached. 1 tank has fallen. More tanks gonna be falling, which is great. I mean, these battles are just brutal. They're just freaking brutal, and I feel like that might be the end of Terran unless they can do something. We're gonna be having a mine drag, and indeed it is gonna be a mine drag, but these tank lines in the back are quite deep. So still, Protoss need to either really finish up the game right now or go for that expansion. Finally, he comes out and cleared his base, so Jas is considerably winning this game now. I think he's just got everything clear out. Okay, so I guess that is a theme of SCVN tournament, Protoss versus Terran, which is Terran gets up 3 bases, looking very strong, but go for a bad push and loses everything. That was a nice comeback for Protoss. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.